Welcome to Bishop Tyrrell Place, designed to assist residents stay healthy, live as independently as possible, and assure peace of mind for family members.
The New South Wales Governor, Marie Bashir, opened an aged care facility near Taree. The place is quite exceptional and includes a first in our state, a care farm.
The residents that come in here that can barely walk now exercise, and they go out to the gardens and feed the animals.
I think it's a really good concept. Bishop Tyrrell's probably an original. It works well for promoting the health and well-being of all residents. We have hostel, nursing home and a dementia-specific unit, and all those people get to interact and join in activities in the care farm.
Anne Danaher first saw this type of facility in Holland, and then set a similar one up in Lara between Melbourne and Geelong. At the Cundletown facility, there are chickens, goats, alpacas, even miniature pigs, along with veggie gardens and some very happy patients, many of which have come off the land. Did that refresh some memories for many of them of days gone past when animals and gardens were a bigger part of people's lives?
Absolutely, and I think it, provided an opportunity for those clients to have that regular engagement with animals and the physical environment.
I was on a farm long, 50, 60 years ago, and yes, it does. It brings back memories and what you do. You never seem to forget it.
Then when I got married, of course, I left the farm, but always visited back.
When you're getting older, your life can become a little bit smaller because you just don't have the ability to go out and engage as you did, when you were a lot younger. When I saw this in Holland with these clients, I immediately thought of Australia and what we have here and the land we have available and the land that I had at that time just at the back of the facility that I was running, and I thought, it was just sitting there with nothing on it, just on the banks of a river, and I thought, gee, we could do that there. So that's why I brought the idea back. And you found a committee who thought it was a good idea? They all just thought it was a really great idea, so they were quite taken with it, and then they said, we'd really like to follow on with that idea and create a care farm here at this new site. And it does lend itself for that because we do have quite a lot of land around. The care farm is situated really just in between the school and the aged care facility, and so eventually we're just going to build a lovely walkway for the school to come over. I mean, at the present time, they just walk through the paddock, but at this moment, yes, we have a lot of involvement from the school. The children come over and they love it. And the animals that are there, some of them would be very familiar, I would think, to a lot of people, chooks and stuff, but alpacas must make you think that you're, somewhere rather exotic, I would think. No, that's right. Oh, look, they're just so sweet. We've got a male and then we've got a mother and her baby. So, and they do look a bit exotic, and a couple of the residents, when they've come out, they've looked at them and they've gone, is that a camel? And they just sort of don't really know what it is. But they're very gentle animals, and I just sort of wanted to, and still want to, we're always creating something. I just wanted to have it to stimulate lots of conversation as well. So when you're in the care farm, you can see lots of different looking animals, different chickens. We've got silkies and all these other speckled ones and colourful ones and the ducks and a tiny little miniature pig that, creates a lot of conversation.
Elliot the pig.
Oh, Mr. Piggy.
The little pig was only a little pig when I come out.
He was a really little tiny Elliot. Used to live by our door over at the building, and he had this little tiny curly tail, and he used to love his little little pick at something you had. But now Elliot's grown into a very big boy. He's over in the farm, and he's a big boy now.
It was supposed to be a pygmy pig, and all of a sudden it's quite large.
Part of the family now, yes. He wanders around on his little own, but he's a big boy now.
Sometimes you go into an aged care facility and there's the television in the corner and everyone's staring at it. It must be much more therapeutic to watch chickens just pecking around the garden, or, you know, an alpaca with those big long eyelashes looking at you.
Those big eyes, I know. Look, Fiona, you're absolutely right, and I think nowadays there is a growing body of evidence on the positive relationship between being in nature and animals, and that positive effect on one's health, and especially on one's mental health. And there tends to be a calmness related to that, rather than that sort of highly pitched level when you're watching TV, or, you know, are you engaged in it or aren't you engaged in it? But when you are in nature, there's certainly something quite lovely and calming about it.
I see residents just going and saying hello to animals and interacting on their level.
I enjoy looking at the animals.
I enjoy all the chooks very much, and the pig and the ducks.
I like the ducks. I also like the goats.
Oh, I'd say that the two rams, they're fun, and they're always running up and down and doing acrobatic things.
Yes, and the animals are very nice to look at and talk to.
Oh, you just about say they would be. Yes, they're part of your family now.
Some of our residents in the evening, before it gets too dark, actually help to put the animals in their pens. So it's giving them something that maybe they used to do, put the animals to bed at night.
I do quite a lot of the feeding and locking them up over night time.
And the veggie patch is wheelchair accessible?
Oh, absolutely. The whole farm is just one level, and it's surrounded by quite it's a secure fence. It's on about half an acre, so people can just wander through. And it's got concrete paths that are wide enough for a wheelchair and one person, so that people can just go through the gate and wander at their own leisure into all those different areas, and there's benches to sit down.
The care farm is a wonderful place where people can go out and relax and look at the gardens.
They can go and have a dig if they like, and help out where they can, so it's really good for everyone involved.
I like to go and look at the flowers. I love flowers, and it's beautiful over there.
There's generally someone pottering around, keeping the gardens nice.
All the gardens are up at a level where they can easily get to. They don't have to bend down, and that's really good for their ageing bodies too.
Our next step is just building a little barbecue area under a shelter, so that we can have barbecues there for residents and their families, and also to have our men's group out there too.
So they can tinker?
That's right. It's right beside the shed, so, you know, they'll have everything there for them if they want. You know, it's just a growing concern, that care farm. It's just moving to bigger and better things. We have just recently put a staff member on to work there in the mornings, just 3 hours every morning, Monday to Friday. So he just keeps it up and running, and makes sure everything is just, you know, ticking along really well. We're probably pretty good at the moment. Of course, we love volunteers, and anyone who wants to come and be a volunteer at Bishop Tyrrell, we would love that.
Different people that you think wouldn't normally go to visit animals are suddenly deciding, you know, that they want to go on a daily walk or a weekly walk. So yeah, it's really quite good.
About every morning I come down round and have a look at them.
Yeah, I go over, I'd say, at least once a week, and have it just a walk around and communicate with the animals.
Everybody seems to get down here a couple of times in the week anyhow. That's everybody.
It's the beautiful walk, you know, like there is somewhere to go when you feel you got the nice footpaths and that to walk around, and you get your little bit of exercise of a morning.
Bishop Tyrrell Place, operated by Storm Retirement Village. No better place for your loved one to call home.